Yes, you make it work. And people saizi we are a fragile generation because tunaambiwa kutoka age ndogo, kamam, you can have pizza if you want, you don't have to eat ugali. You don't want Weetabix, you can just stay like that. You can eat when you want. You just tell auntie here to. That is how. So hadi sasa ukipata marriage ukishaolewa hapa mumeoa. Sasa bado akili ya kababa iko tu hapa.
Oh, it's me. Hi, everyone. This is your best show. Let's talk with Shii. This is Shii.
I am Shii.
This one here. Okay. So today, we have a topic, and a really good topic, and we're grateful for being our fans and our followers and our supporters. We thank you for those who've given us your feedback. Thank you very much. Let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. Thank you very much. Without you, we will not be able to have this kind of a show. We need you. So also remember to share this. If you've not yet subscribe, like, post it. You can even post it on TikTok. You can share it on WhatsApp, wherever you can share it. God will bless you. So today we are talking about life alignment, or plans about your life, about your detailed life, about your aspects of life, your marriage, whatever, everything that can be planned. We're talking about that. So let's throw this to Shii, because the show is about Shii, right?
So hey guys, how are you?
Hi,
we
C.
hope you are well. You see what?
I say my hi, C.
Anyway, we are going to be talking about life alignment, as Pastor Jack has said. And life alignment is broad, but now we'll be talking about, it is basically planning your life. Like, by the age of this and this, I want to have done this and this, whether it is okay. Now we'll be talking about the advantages, disadvantages, the effects, all that about life alignment. Now,
Like now.
Kevin.
Now.
Ati
Sawa.
now. Oh, narudia Kenya nasema. Anyway, so the first question, is it okay to have a life that is planned?
Yes, sure. I think it is very, very okay to have a life that is planned, because it gives you a sense of direction and purpose. Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you don't know where you're going, then anywhere is fine with you. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is that everyone plans their lives, but really people don't, rarely people don't have a plan on how to get to their plans, how to achieve their plans. So it's not enough to just plan. I mean, I can write down things I'm gonna do this year, but they mean nothing if I don't have a plan also to get to that plan.
Yes.
Now let us phrase it like this.
Phrase it.
Do it.
You're born in a comfortable family. Then tuseme your parents own, example, Safaricom.
Aye.
Example.
Oh, example, okay.
For example,
They own Safaricom.
Safaricom.
So now you are the first son, ama the first child in the family.
Yeah.
You see already your life is already aligned, because they will teach you things and this, ama this and this and this, for you to take over the company later.
Safaricom.
So alignment falls in that direction.
okay.
It is not about plan, because I have a plan about my future. I have a great plan. You also do, right?
Let's hope so.
You have a plan, but now, is it a must you stick to that plan? No, the question is, now you all have a plan. The question is it the advantages of sticking only to that plan? Like,
I think I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You see, for example, we have like you see the Hindus. They have these family businesses, that if you're born into that family, you're already born into the business. So they teach their kids very early in life to come and manage and maybe to do ledgers nini to know how some things are produced and stuff like that. So I think I get that. If I'm like sasa unacheki, if you are a kid from that family, you'll have to get to
live a life that is
aligned
easy.
like sasa wewe sasa lazima uendeleze biashara ya familia.
You wezi enda another direction, ni hivi tu.
Even the family chooses a spouse for you.
Yeah, definitely. Me, I think it's a good thing.
And even the time for you to be married, the time for you to finish school. Wadoga finish. Wadoga kuliganero.
Hiyo isikatwe.
Itolewe.
When she finish. Yeah, me, I think it's a great thing because why sisi tuna make hizo plans saizi maybe in life ndio ukue na that life.
Yeah.
Then why do you think you should even go to get another thing? Maybe that's another discussion. But I think it has its own advantages and disadvantages. And maybe for the advantages is that at least you will not have to hustle like other people because you are born into a purpose. Maybe you're born into a family na maybe where baba yako ni sheikh ama ni pasi. Sometimes people get into the ministry for the purpose that budako ni pasi. So we inabidi umeserve pale church, umeanza kucheza keyboard hapo, dakika ingine umeanza kupreach, dakika ingine ushakuwa reverend, na ushakuwa praise and worship, sasa ushakuwa pasi. So and it's good to be born into a purpose because you will not have to hustle like most people do, because many people out here are suffering because they do not have a purpose. Let's look, for example, case studies or one of our presidents, like President Uhuru Kenyatta. The fact that his father was a president gave him credit to run even for presidency, because he comes from a family that rules, that knows how to run government affairs. So huyo simse tulikuwa tunaona akona do, so haezi iba. Sisemi aliiba, but nasema you are there, unaona umse haezi fanya nini, haezi do anything. So I think it's good to be born into a purpose. I think it's a great thing if maybe, for example, my son is born na saizo mimi nitakuwa president of Kenya, then I'll just make sure I fix him somewhere for him to rule the nation at some point, because I already know what it takes to be there. So, and a lot of fight has already been fought for me to be there. Take, for example, you're born into a Hindu family and there's a family business, then unataka kwanza sijui kwenda kuuza mataya na huko biashara hata ujui venye imekuwa. Just because you have passion. Sometimes our hearts huwa zinatudanganya. Bible hata inasemanga the heart of a man is deceitful, it's only God that knows the hearts of men. So because I'm talking a lot, I'll just say it's a good thing. I would rather be born into an aligned family than hustle my way up. I would rather find my son mtoi wangu azaliwe into my family na aendeleze the vision of the family.
Again, I would say it is okay and still it's not okay. Why?
And it's okay not to be okay.
It is okay because it is fulfilling, number one. And it is not okay because you might be surpassed by opportunities, because there is a way you must go. Unaona? Sasa vitu zinaweza kupita, better things ama hata a shorter way, lakini juu umeset ni hivi na ni hivi, inakupita kama ujue.
I don't think that should be a bad thing, because already you because sasa uwezi kaa na uncertainty kama vile tuliongea on the other podcast. Ati because
I can explain kwanza before unini.
Explain.
Now, you see, there might be neza unaona hata mimi niko kwa hiyo journey ya kufanya kitu hivyo venye nime align my life ama nime aligniwa my life. But again, tuseme mimi mwenyewe hata si nama venye nimepangiwa. Venye mimi mwenyewe nimepanga na venye mimi nataka, na I'm already sticking to the plan. But again, nijipate the more I'm moving, tuseme example nafanya kazi ya kwa bank. Venye naendelea, my goal is to by this time in the next 2 years nikue manager. Unaona? Again, in the hiyo sarakasi opportunity kuje ni ati inaweza take a shorter period of time, less than 2 years, probably a year and a half, lakini lakini juu mimi sioni, unaona sioni, already niko na plan, so unaona focus to one thing, inipite nijipate. I will have taken a shorter time, lakini nimefanya na Kenya nilikuwa nimeplan. Umeshika?
Maybe nashika, but sasa if the plan to go for that shortcut was available, I don't see why you should just wait there, because the goal at the end of the day is to be manager.
Itakupita. Unajua kwa nini? Juu it is aligned, your life is aligned.
Because your life is aligned. Because you must follow a certain
direction and you must stick to it. That is alignment.
So personally, I've been very quiet. I've been learning.
Continue learning. Make those notes.
I want to also say that we must understand that. Now, let me jump to the other side, being against whatever you are saying. Not you, also him. I think personally that even though we might be in an aligned family, what if God really desires you to do something different? For example, God calls Abraham out of his family. He calls Joseph out of his family. He calls David out of the family business. No. I'm just saying. You see, we have to deal with one thing at a time. We are aligned. I'll also come back to now your own plan, right? You have your own plan, and God calls you from that plan, and He has something else, right? So, I want to say that even though it's a good thing, and I agree it is a good thing, and it's a privilege to be born in an aligned family, there are instances where maybe you might be called or created to be something totally different from what your family is aligned to. And so, once in a while, I think it's also good to know that you might not follow what everyone in your family has followed. And we see a lot of people like branching out, becoming something completely different from what everyone else in the family is. Are you together? There are many people in Kenyatta's family. Are you together? But you see, the only person we know is Uhuru Kenyatta, because he followed his father's footsteps. But there are other brothers. Kenyatta was married to 4 women. We really don't know other people because they really didn't choose. They choose to be something different. Are we together? We also have this Beckham's child. Beckham was a player, a British player, and he was a really, really good player. Are we together? And he brings his son to play football. And his son plays football and he's really a good footballer. Are we together? In Manchester academies and all that. But now the son comes to a point and he's like, I'm not a football player. I don't enjoy playing football. And he opens a restaurant. He left football. He went to open a restaurant. Are we together? So I'm not like completely against what you are saying, but I'm saying also it might be good to respect maybe your son or your daughter when he comes and says, I want to try something different. Are you together? Problems arise when such people come into family, because the parents want to appear, they are trying to protect the child, thinking that if a child deviates from our plan and from our aligned life, then he will find challenges and we might not be able to protect him there. Here we can protect him. We might not be able to protect him there. So there are very many people who have been hated just because of expressing something different.
Yeah, but I think also it's a good thing that you're saying that people deviate from maybe that alignment from family and stuff. But I also think there is the higher percentage of the people who have still continued with the family legacy, maybe let me just say that, they succeed more than the others who have deviated. Because like right now we only know Uhuru Kenyatta, but the other guys, yes, wanaweza kuwa wanajulikana hapa kule, but who is more prominent, the guy who followed the footsteps of his father. I'm not saying that in life you can never be successful unless you follow the footsteps of your parents, but I'm just trying to say that there is already an advantage. Like, you already have a platform. Instead of starting from zero, maybe David's Beckham son, instead of starting from zero, he would have received so many favors from clubs and stuff like that. His dad, maybe someone in the football, whatever, leaderships and stuff like that. So ingekuwa easier for him to get a spot. But because maybe you just want to go and do something on your own, then your family will leave no legacy. They might not leave any legacy because of what? When I come and start my own thing. My son comes, starts his own thing. His son comes, starts his own thing. At the end of the day, we may not be able even to settle our family wealth. When you see like Hindus, nimeona you may find a shop that is so many years old, maybe kama like those who make like gold rings pale hivyo tao, unakuta mtoi amezaliwa into the family, ameingizwa into that business, ana deal na gold ama whatever, those precious stones and stuff like that. They are taught even how to trade at a very young age, and they have a sense of purpose more than mtu mwenye saizi mwenye atadeviate ataenda kustruggle huko kivyake. But at least family inakuwa na jina out of it's. I'm just saying the advantage of it is that the family name is preserved longer than people just saying, for me, I'm just gonna go and start my own thing. And sometimes venye nimesema, sometimes you follow your heart and your heart is deceitful. Yes, you might not enjoy what you're doing right now, but you can learn to love what you're doing. Maybe. That's my take.
Okay. So, just asking a question.
Ask.
A planned marriage and a marriage which you have found, like you yourself have gone and started and found and which one do you think has a high possibility of like
for kukaa yenye iko na possibility kubwa ni ya kuplaniwa.
Okay.
Because things are not on your hands.
And again, at least you are not there emotionally. You get mnaelewa.
You need to work for it.
Decisions not out of emotions, and they are making the decisions not out of emotions.
No.
So again,
so na hata tumeona ni ngumu kusikia sijui Wahindi sijui wagani waliachana. Maybe kuna hizo cases,
lakini
ni rare.
You would even want, but the parents would be like, no, for the sake of the family, you stick.
Yes, you make it work. And people, saizi we are a fragile generation because tunaambiwa kutoka age ndogo, kama you can have pizza if you want, you don't have to eat ugali. You don't want Weetabix, you can just stay like that. You can eat when you want. You just tell auntie here to. That is how. So hadi sasa ukipata marriage ukishaolewa hapa mumeoa. Sasa bado akili ya kababa iko tu hapa. You don't like her? Just go and tell mom you don't like her, and you go to tell mom, and your mom tells you, kababa, you can just leave her for another lady.
For another one.
Yes. Or if hata akikwambia ufight, this is the first time unasikia language ya no. So unakuwa no, this is not real. Get? So like it all narrows down from how you've been taught from a child. And if we have strong families like that, like from when msee ako pale chini, umeanza kumoldiwa. Like if I'm a photographer, if my son comes and gets born into my vision, akute already empire iko. He's not going to take loans to go and buy cameras. He's gonna find cameras there. But sasa akianza sijui eti anataka sijui kucheza mpira na huko. And in our lineage hakuna mse wa mpira.
And he wants to be a girl.
So unakuta yani wameanza
these days
inaanza kuwa funny.
Yeah.
So for me I think alignment has more advantages. Na tuko kwa in a very confused generation because right now people are just doing how they feel because I feel like I'm a preacher.
I can do this.
Wenda upreach na pengine kwenyu sisemi kwenyu
Tuseme ni vibaya.
but you're a pastor, sorry for that
no, we are very much open.
Ama tuseme mtu ni footballer. Yes, this thing has, yani hata by the way ukiweza fanya research ya kwenyu, like most of the talents that you have, they have been possessed by your parents.
Yeah.
Unasikianga maybe budako alikuwa anapiga picha. Like for me, my father nili find out that he had a camera na alikuwa anatupiganga every time kukiwa na occasion. Very nice photos. Na hapo ndipo unakuta nimepata hiyo nini. The same thing na I had a passion in dancing. Nikakuta my dad used to dance. So nakuta haya, this thing inaingia kwa blood. So sometimes those things zenye maybe watu wanataka is because they just want some adventure in life and stuff like that, but if you have success being handed over to you, why are you going to look for it somewhere else?
And then when it comes to that, people involved in planning, you see, they see many angles which you might not see when you are, if it's you.
Yeah.
For example, most of us we are choosing career based on what we think is happening.
Yes.
Based on what is at the moment.
What is
But
trending.
you see, when a parent is advising you on how to choose a career,
He's been there.
They will choose based on the longevity of that career. You see, but we see we right now we're like social media, whatever. We go to university and we find a course talking about social media, something management and we're like, and then we don't think about what if the era of social media comes to an end.
Yeah.
It's possible. If the era of typesetting and typewriting and all those things came to an end, the era of writing, sending letters, I know. You see, that's a problem. That's a problem with Kenyans. Okay, so the era of writing letters is gone.
Yeah.
So can you imagine someone who took a course based on that? You see,
Be funny.
it'll be funny because so you'll be forced to go back to school. So I think, as you're saying, it is very important to involve to have mentors in terms of also when it comes to making choices. Because now let us leave the family setting.
Yes.
There are orphans out there. There are people who have whose parents don't really care, or maybe even the families which they have been born to, the families were poor. So this is a person who's starting from zero. Are we together? So I think it's also good to pass your plans by someone who's older than you for advice and also for mentorship. Mentorship is very good when it comes to alignment. Yeah, that's what, because we don't see everything. Old people are wise in nature.
Sure.
By experience, they are wise.
Yeah, because like I'm just trying to think, maybe that time when I get a son or a daughter, like kuna vitu watakuwa naniambia najua. My friend, you may think that this is your era or something. Even right now, as I am, kuna youth ninaangalianga hivi ninaona, this guy is making a mistake.
Yeah.
And if you tell him, he's gonna see, ataangalia tu hivi aone, Kevo ni old school. Hizi vitu haelewi. But pia mimi nilikuwa naonanga budangu akiniambia wacha ufala. Na mimi ninaanza kuona mzae. Haelewi. Lakini sasa nikikaa ninaona system hazichangingi. Technology inaweza change nini, but the way things work, like in life, processes are the same.
The same.
Like yani vitu zikuwa to the same. And at the end of the day, you are doing what you are doing. You are taking pictures, you're selling cars, you're doing whatever business you're doing just to bring food on the table. And already if what is in your family is bringing food on the table, yes, you would love some more adventure, but what I would ask maybe for the next generation, ama the other generation yenye iko hapo juu, what we should try and do maybe just to incorporate what these guys are doing. We can merge their creativity with what's happening in our business. If you're born into a family that is selling gold, they are not on social media, right?
Yeah.
So you can still get into social media and make sure we are selling to the world through social media instead of just fighting them. But sasa shida inakuja mtu ameingia another side. So itakuja tu utakuta one day family wealth will be scattered, and that is how poverty comes in play, because kila mtu anafikiria this is my side, this is my side. On the issue of marriage, wazazi mkiweza tuchagulia tunaweza shukuru sana because out here it's so confusing. Watu ni wasawa sana,
really.
They are so beautiful.
I would really be glad if my parents chose me a wife. I'm tired.
Me not even. Me even if I find myself that I have one and I feel I love them so much, but my parents to choose someone. Imagine I live and take the one that.
Hallelujah. Let's go for her.
Really,
parents can see. Okay. We also cannot forget that there are other parents who are really mean. Not all of them.
Yes, but at least tradition ndio ina allow. At least
so you know your parents. If you really trust them to make the right choice for you, I think they are the best people to really advise you. Because right now, let me tell you something, to be honest, the husband materials and wives material are very rare.
Mambo ilichemka.
Very rare. So I think ni kubaya.
Juata pengine this might be controversial, but maybe your dad is the best person who can choose a wife right now, because he knows a wife material when he sees one.
Yes.
Do you know that? So wewe unajua uko fresh in the game, but mse mwenye amekuwa kwa game anaweza kuambia don't use all your strength in the first lap. Moderate. Then sasa ikifika the final lap, give it your best. But the young person mwenye ameingia tu saa hizo ataingia na nguvu yote, aone nimeacha kila mtu nini, but the 24th lap anapitwa.
Sasa personally I can say that we don't really necessarily mean that our parents go and pick girls and introduce them. No. But I think when you meet someone, I think you need to bring them to your parents. And also, don't just bring them to the parents for show. Listen to your parents, what they say. Are we together? Whatever the parents will say,
they are
never wrong. Are we together? Very many times have my parents spoken to me about relationships, and I've come back to them telling them, you are right. You are right. So we don't really have to go through pain to really appreciate our parents' experience and wisdom. I think right now, many people really, they have ignored the parents. Even when you bring like a lady to your parents, you don't really care what they say. And probably you are clouded by emotions. So you might not see what they are saying. And let me tell you something. If you have a girl and 80% of everyone in your circle is like, bro, girl, that's not good. So you need to really, really be very careful. Are we together? If you have a girl or you have a boy and 80% of your friends, the people you call your friends or your friends and family, 80% of, I'm talking about the people around you. Number one, family. Number two, close friends. You really need to listen to these people, because it's really painful to hear, I told you so. That's the most painful statement.
Bado make sure watu wenye mkona wao si wale watu wawivu, because sasa kuna wase even if mumelelewa na wao hawatakangi kuona ukiwapita. So wakikaa muone umekuja na mali safi ingine hawaje hiyo na kwa hii dunia. Mekwa bia kuuga sijui huyo tuyetu tu wa Nairobi.
Nikona ka feeling.
I have a feeling that I had a voice telling me that peleka voice na huko. Just make sure that you are just you have the right friends.
You have the right people.
People who tell you the truth, and you have in the past umekuwa na testimonies like this guy ameshai kuambia hivi na ikakuwa. See, saa hizo umeanza ku make mistake.
And not only even about marriage, even about the business you want to start, even about before you start something. That's why we are talking about alignment. Be aligned with their ideas and their also suggestions. Don't just be isolated.
No man is an island.
No. Go to them, present the idea to them. You really might be surprised what these people can add to your life.
Zero.
Shiruaga though.
Lakini pia be very careful with
Yes.
those friends. Unaweza tendo.
Juu unaweza ni introduce kwa ma best zako wasichana, kumbe wananitakanga, imagine.
Imagine. Imagine.
So inakuwa
Ama demo
hata sister yako sijui kama uko na sister, taangalia family photos, but nimekuja huku my introduction anasema hapana. Juu anashindwa sijaona jamaa mcute hivyo.
Unajitetea hapa.
Never have I ever.
Kujitetea. Anyway, be cautious.
Yes.
Again, man is to error. So
Error
your
is to
family
man.
can be wrong, your friends can be wrong, you can
Yeah.
also be wrong. Just be cautious.
Yeah. But I think the point is, you know your parents, you know your friends, you know if you can trust them,
And
or
you know
not.
what is best for you.
Are you together? Yeah. So I think if you know, you know. Yes.
How you say.
Very true. I think alignment is a good thing, but also depends.
So we have come to the end of the show. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching from the beginning to the end. We love you so much. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment.
And hit the notification button, ile ya bell hapo.
Hapo.
Really, yeah.
When you wanna watch kwa
Kuna venye
YouTube.
kanekango uweke
Yeah, you can interact
Yep.
with us on social media.
hata
Yes.
kucomment hapo tu.
Comment.
Tell us what you
Interact.
think.
Please, we really need to hear from you. We really need. Why do you have
Hawa
to point
sijui
that?
kwa hii show amekunywa nini.
Nini na r.
I drank
Na
tea.
kutomaliza words.
Shiruaga tea.
Ciao.
Anyway, goodbye.
Peace out.